Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today we're going to talk about Dutch, going Dutch, and why women, you should never go Dutch when dating a man. Okay, now before we get started with this, I want to say welcome to all of the new viewers and welcome to all of the new subscribers. I appreciate you so very much. So now let's dive into this. Number one, it's the man's responsibility to pay for any date that he takes you on. Any date. It's his responsibility to pay for it, not yours. I don't care. Now, I know you probably can't afford it on your own, whether you can or not. Don't go digging in your pocket and volunteering to pay. And if you happen to go on a date and the man says, you want to go Dutch? You say no. And then you question whether you even want to deal with him anymore. Because that's in his mind, you see. And in some time point in your situationship or whatever with this man, he's going to be looking for you to pay, because that's on his mind that you need to pay. You understand? It's the man's responsibility to provide for you. And I don't care, even if it's a first date. Ladies, it's his responsibility to pay. And if you happen to get out there and he won't pay, don't you ever see him again. You let him go. Because number one, he's a loser and a deadbeat. And you do not need that. You do not need a man like that. So, now, it's many ways that men try to get women to pay for things. Okay? And I tell you, for the older women, this is how they get you. They'll say, let's go on a trip. And then they'll say, you pay this and I'll pay this to go on a trip. You know what? If he cannot afford the trip, maybe you don't need to go with him. Because you probably have enough to go on the trip yourself. What do you need him for if he didn't have enough money to provide for you? Now, I realize if you've been in a long relationship with this person, or you could be married to him, that's different. That's different. If you are dating him and he wants you to pay, don't. Don't. And don't loan him money either. Any man that asks you for money, I put them in the loser category. That's right. And I do not see them ever again. Any man that asks you for money, you should cross his name off, because he will never stop. In his mind, the woman should pay. You understand? The woman should pay. And I tell you, it's a lot of men out here like that. It's a lot of men out here like that. And what they do, see, the younger men are being trained now. Let her pay. You know, because the younger women, young girls, they'll go out and get them a little job right away, where the lazy men won't. You see, so they'll get them a girlfriend that's got a little job, and they'll want to go out and eat and whatever, and they don't have the funds. They figure that the girlfriend's got the funds. So because she likes him and whatever, then she's going to use her little hard-working money so she can have fun with him. I'm going to tell you, from a young age to an old age, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. I know this woman, grown woman, who met this grown man, and he decided that, they would vacation together. Okay? Now, he's sleeping with her. Look at that. He is sleeping with her. Right? That's why he wants to take on the vacation. So he can have, he knows he can have sex on a vacation. But he wants her to pay her part of the vacation. Don't do it. I will tell him no. Number one, he is not serious about you if he asks you that. Because he's running the risk that you won't see him again. He doesn't care. See, a man that wants to impress you and really wants to be with you is not going to do anything to offend you. And this can be kind of offensive for him to bring up money. He doesn't even know you that well. But he's saying, we can go here and we can go there. You understand? But you got to pay your way. You got to pay your airfare. You probably got to pay to get there. You might have to pay for your own food just to be with that man. Ladies, don't do that. You are disrespecting yourself when you do that. And you are not teaching a man to respect you. You understand? If he can get your money out of you that easy and getting sex, what else is there? What else do you have to offer that he wants? That he wants. You understand? Ladies, know yourself. Know yourself and love yourself. You got to know your self-worth to say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. You see, that is self-love. When you can stand up and tell him in his face that you're not going to do it. And, understand? I had a man I met. And first thing he wanted to do. Now, this is not to the money yet. But first thing he wanted to do is to give me his number. I say, I don't call men. I'll give you my number, but I'm not calling you. So he wants to know why. Why not? Because it's against my standards. The man is supposed to chase the woman, not me. I am not calling up men and running after you and trying to find out what you're doing and if you're free and whatever. Because I don't need a man. It would be nice to have one on my terms. On my terms. You see? Because I love myself. My self-esteem is high. And I know what I'm worth. And you should too. If you work on yourself and go inside yourself, you will find your power in this. Now, this same man, I did agree to meet him at a place, and I'm gonna tell you, we met at like a cafeteria kind of place, right? Just to talk. We stayed at the place talking for, I guess, a good 20, 30 minutes or whatever. The man never asked, would you like something? Would you like to have a drink? Now, people around us are all eating and drinking and having fun. Well, we're just sitting there talking. He never asked, is it anything you would like? Can I get you something? A drink, a piece of cake, a crumb of bread? Nothing. That's the kind of man you don't want. You don't want that kind of man. Because if he is not into you like that, to want to care for you, provide for you, protect you, and all that, then you scratch his name right off. Just scratch it off and never see him again. One shot. You don't give him a second shot and say, well, maybe he had a bad day. No. Because remember, ladies, when a man first approaches you, he's bringing his best foot forward. You understand? This is his representative when you first meet him and you go out with him. Remember that. So if his representative falls short, when you get to see the real him, listen, you got a deadbeat loser on your hands. Pay attention. Everybody shows their best on their first meeting. Everybody does that. So if he comes in there, his clothes all dirty and wrinkled and everything, and he never offers you anything, he's not for you, number one. He's not for you, number one. He's not going to be a provider for you. Okay? He's either broke, which you don't want, or cheap, which you don't want. You see? Whatever the reason, you don't want him. So you just push him aside and wait until the next bus comes along. Because I'm going to tell you, ladies, men are just like buses. If you miss one bus and you wait a while, another one will be coming along. But see, you need to be working on yourself during this time. So when the next one comes along with his shenanigans, you'll see it right away. Now, another thing that I'll cross a man off if he asks me for money. You got $1, you got $2, you got $10. If a man asks me for 25 cents, I will not see him again. Now that's my standard. I don't think that men should borrow money from women. They should loan, you understand? They can loan it to women. The men are the ones who want to be king. It costs to be the boss, sweetie. You understand? If you don't have the finances, you should not be out here dating. If you can't afford it, you should just be by yourself. And that's the way it is. But don't be upset with women because they are not bending to your will. You understand? Women, know yourself. Know that you are a valuable person. Valuable person. And don't sell yourself cheap. Don't sell yourself cheap. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing. I accepted a date from a man one time. Now, this is kind of further back. And he, because it was lunchtime, right? He took me to a burger place. I like to the McDonald's or somewhere like that. And this man had the nerve to be looking for a wife. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe these men. If you can't afford a woman, you know what I'm saying? You don't need one. You see, these men are looking for women to take care of them. They're showing you right off they can't afford you. And they're looking for you to fill in the money gap, to be with them. But why would you want to do that? Why would you be with a broke man or a cheap man? A man who is not generous to you. Why would you be with that kind of man? Just for the sex? Of course, men think they got the magic wand, and you understand? And you would do anything for them once they give you that. They give you good sex, that you will give anything you have to them. Ladies, keep your wits about you. You keep your wits about you. Because number one, you can't give all of your resources away to a man because you won't have any for yourself when he decides to take off. He'll have all of your resources and go on to the next one. Don't do it. Don't do it. For you to go on a date and a man asks you to pay anything, I think is an insult. I think it's an insult. And it's a shame on him. And I'm going to tell you another thing. If a man asks you on a date and you go on your first date and he comes dirty to the date, he just comes like he was. He didn't go through no preparation or changes or anything. He just came all wrinkled, collar dirty. You could see the dirt on his collar. No. Not unless if he works on construction and he explains he didn't have a chance or whatever. But usually people will put their best foot forward, especially on the first date, on the first meeting, on the very first meeting. I don't care if he's meeting you at the park. If he's meeting you at the park and the vending machine is over there, the man is over there selling drinks or snowballs or something, and you sitting on the park bench, and this man won't even say, would you like a drink? He's not even looking out for you. Don't see him again. Don't waste your time with these kind of people. This is a waste of time and energy because this man will always be taken from you. If you start off like that, he will never stop. And his request will get bigger and bigger and bigger. Every time you understand he's not working or whatever, he's going to come to you for money. Because you got to work. You got to work. Women usually are the ones to go out there and work, or you get money from somewhere. He wants that. Ladies, it's not worth it just to have a man in your life. Look at it. What is he actually doing for you? If you have to support yourself and he's there, what is he actually doing for you? Now, if you are platonic friends and the man is not trying to date you, he's not trying, he might, he's not trying to date you. It's just pure platonic and you've been good friends forever. Yeah, now that's different. Yeah, you pay your way, he pays his way, everything cool. But if this man is trying to date you, to get to know you, and you can tell because, he's throwing out those little hooks about, how fine you look and how nice you look, and he wants to take you here, and he wants to do this, and he wants to do that. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. It's men out here that will sell you all kind of dreams. All kind of dreams. And that's all they are. Dreams. They don't intend to bring these things to fruition. And they can't bring it to fruition. Many of them don't even have the resources to do it. And ladies, don't feel bad because a man used to have money and now he's lost it all. And now he's coming to you wanting you to understand. That's not your problem. If a man wants to be with you, then he needs to get his finances together before he even approaches you. And don't let him take you cheap either. Don't accept that. Don't accept that. If he's trying to impress you, he needs to take you to a place to be impressed. He needs to do some impressionable things. You're not going to be impressed just because he shows up. He drags his dirty, sorry behind to you. What's impressive about that? You understand? Many times, us ladies will accept a man because he comes with a hard luck story. You understand? His wife left him and took everything. Yeah, you understand? And left him broke. Let me tell you something about that. Most women who are married will stay with a man if he is kind to them and if he is a good provider. If he is neither of those, she'll leave. You understand? So you meet these men out here who are divorced or separated, and that you're just seeing their representative. But many times women don't think why he's in that position. And a lot of times it's because he's no good. He's no good. If a man listen to me, if a man is a good provider and he treats his woman with respect and kindness and love, she is not going to leave him. So these men who are divorced, 9 times out of 10, it's the man that's the problem. Now, here's the disclaimer. There are marriages that break up when it's the woman that's the lunatic or whatever, and the man can't take it. Or the woman decides she sees somebody else she likes better, and she leaves him, and there he sits. But even if she leaves him, there's a reason why she left him. Do you understand? See, this is what I need for you to understand. Most times, and you tell me if I'm wrong here, okay? But most times, a woman will stay with a man if he treats her with love and respect, and he's a good provider. Okay? And a lot of times, even if she finds out that he cheated, she may forgive him. He's a good provider and he treats her with respect. I've seen a lot of women that will forgive him and go on with their lives. You understand? So these men a lot of these men who are divorced and still out here looking for women, a number of them are still bitter because of the divorce, number one. Especially if they lost a lot in the divorce. They're very bitter. And they're not looking to provide for another woman. And a lot of those men will ask you, let's go Dutch, or they'll take you somewhere cheap, or they'll invite you to the house where it doesn't cost them anything and never take you out anywhere because that costs money. Remember that. Or he wants you to come to his house so he can cook because he doesn't have any money to take you to a nice restaurant. These things are important. And these are signs that he's busted. Keep your eyes open. Remember, you don't want to hook up with a man who has less than you. So if you go on a date with you're attracted to the man. He looks nice, he dresses nice or whatever, and he comes to the table looking good and talking good. If he does not, when the bill comes, you sit there. You sit there. You don't look at the bill. You don't even notice it. I'm going to tell you, when I go on a date, sometimes I don't even take my purse. I don't plan to pay for nothing. If he's taking me out, it's on him. Now, if I'm going on a first date, I'll take my purse because I don't know what this knucklehead going to do. You understand? But I know what I can do. Now, so, if you are dating a man, he needs to know that it's his responsibility to pay for every date you go on with him. Or don't go. Don't go. If you got to pay, you can go with your girlfriends. What do you need him for? You understand? This is going around because, see, these men are becoming more feminine. And they think, woman to woman, you pay yours and I'll pay mine. You understand? They don't want to be men anymore. They don't want to be men anymore. They want to be women. But we don't have to bend to that. And we don't have to take that. I wouldn't take it. And I still won't take it. When you take things like that and you pay and whatever, you look desperate to have this man. And that's the way he thinks. That's the way he thinks. When a man ask you out on a date, number one, he needs to be thinking in his mind, can he afford you? Can he afford you? Because you should be presenting yourself as a high value person, a high value woman. And to date you is going to cost. It's going to cost. You see? But if you go in there shelling out your money, you know what, I can leave the tip. Or I can, you understand, do you need help with the check? And see, the thing is, some women would do that because they want to prove to the man that they can take care of themselves. They don't need him. Ladies, that's the wrong way to do it. This is not helping anyone. You're not showing the man anything. You're showing him a way out. The man is happy that he ain't got to pay your part. You understand? So you're not helping anybody doing that. Just because you can pay? Well, you know you can, but you're not going to. Don't do it. Do not do it. It's the man's responsibility to pay for all dates and all trips wherever he wants to take you. If you are having sex with him, he's got to pay. He's got to pay. And he's paying because he wants your time. He wants your time. And that cost, it's not free. That cost. You understand? And these men need to know that. So women, close your purse. Let's close it. You go on a date. You don't have no intention you're going to pay for anything. You're going to pay for anything. And if a man wants to walk around where stores are enough like that, then he should have enough money to buy you something if you see something in the window you want. You understand? You understand? You are a precious jewel. But you got to believe it. And you got to know it. And if a man wants to be with you, it's going to cost him something. You understand? It's going to cost. So, ladies, I hope you understand this message. And I really hope that it helps someone. Because this goes for whether you're very young or old. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Do not date these broke men. Don't do it. Or cheat. He might have plenty of money. But if he's not spending it on you, what does it mean to you? Nothing. Nothing. I heard a man the other day, and I'm gonna end it soon. I heard a man the other day say he never spent money on a woman. But he's, presents himself, he's handsome, like he can get any woman. Well, somebody's being tricked. Somebody. I don't care how handsome he is. He's got to pay if he wants to be with you. That's the message. Now, ladies, I'm going to start something a little bit new on this channel. And I'm going to start taking your questions. Okay? So what I want you to do, I'm going to put the information here. Any questions that you send me, I'm going to answer them on the air. Okay? So look at the bottom. Send your questions to MissFayesWorld@hotmail.com. And I will answer them. And if you send me questions that are really of a personal kind of nature and you don't want me to share, just tell me in the comments and I won't do that. But if it's a question that the answer can help others, send me those. And I will answer them on the air. So people, I thank you so much for viewing this video. I thank you so much for supporting this channel. And those of you who send a donation, kudos to you. So, people, take care of yourself and love yourself and be happy every day. And don't forget to send me those comments. I look forward to reading them every day. So just keep them coming and let me know how you feel about these messages. And I wish you all well, and I hope to see you next time.